Hello Zelda fans, this is Brasscoin. Welcome back to my Let's Play video series. This is kind of taking a break from the whole Let's Play thing with the individual dungeons and keys and all that for Link's Awakening. Today we are actually going to be in Dampe's shack doing his little tile game here with the dungeon creation mode that Nintendo has graced us with on this new playthrough, this new remake of this Link's Awakening game. And you get Amiibos to use throughout these dungeons. They give you special things, but I'm actually quite disappointed with the abilities that these Amiibos actually give you. When you talk to Dampe, you have the option to arrange your dungeons or use Amiibo. He asks what you have in mind. Now, granted, you can use these Amiibo to trade dungeons across friends and switches and whatnot. So if I made a dungeon, you can save it onto your Amiibo and port it to your friend's house and let them play the dungeon on their Switch and vice versa. Kind of have a fun little trading quest that way, I guess. But what I'm talking about today is getting special chambers, what the Amiibos actually do for you in the game. And I have like every Zelda Amiibo ever made, which all of them are compatible with this game. If it's a Zelda branded Amiibo, it will work. However, there are only like 5, if maybe 6 dungeons that you can actually unlock, or at least the tiles. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out the Smash Bros. Link Amiibo and set it down here on the NFC touch point. It says it's okay to move, and that gives me the Great Fairy's Chamber to unlock. I'm going to talk to him again, ask what I have in mind, get special chamber. I'm going to choose that again. This time I'm using the Wolf Link Amiibo, so I'm going to touch that to the NFC touch point. It is now okay to remove that. Got Moblin Chief's Chamber. Alright. This time I'm going to use Amiibo from not Twilight Princess, Breath of the Wild. I'm going to hit Get Special Chamber and touch little Archer Link down here on the NFC touch point. Got the Ball and Chain Trooper's Chamber. This time I'm going to use a bad guy. I'm going to use Ganon, because I have the Ganon Amiibo. This is the Ganon Super Smash Bros. Amiibo. So I'm going to click Get Special Chamber and touch Ganon down here on the NFC touchpad. And that unlocks the Winged Item Chamber. I'm going to touch Mipha from Breath of the Wilds down here. And if I can get Rivali off of Mipha. Amiibo, get Special Chamber, and we're going to touch Mipha down there. Amiibo's confirmed, is now okay to remove. And that is the Armos Knight's Chamber. Oh, I did not want to click Arrange, I wanted to click Amiibo one more time. Get Special Chamber. I'm going to touch Rivali down, because why not? Let's try that again. Amiibo confirmed. It's okay to remove. You have every special chamber. Now, that was 6 of the Amiibos. Only 5 of them worked. You can use any 5 you want, and it's going to give you those same 5 special tiles for your dungeon creation mode. I've only used 6 of like the 20 some odd Amiibos that are out for Zelda. Let's see, there's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I have at least 23 Zelda Amiibos, and you only need 5 of them to actually unlock all the tiles. I'm kind of disappointed in that, really. Like, they could have done one for every Amiibo easily. But we're going to go to Arrange now and see what kind of a dungeon we can build. And this time I'm going to try to use all the special tiles that I possibly can. And you will know because they will say Amiibo on them. Because, yeah, it'll look like this. So this is the Great Fairy's Chamber. I'm going to go ahead and hook that up over there, because why not? The Ball Chain Trooper. Alright. And this is a special Amiibo chamber, so why not make him and the Armos Knight. Okay. So now we need, let's see, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 that I've placed. I need to find my last Amiibo dungeon. The winged chamber, that's the one I'm missing. Luckily, I know what it looks like already. This one. Alright. Now I'm pretty sure we're going to need some massive keys up in here. So I'm just going to find a dungeon tile that has some keys. Going to want a left room. Let's search for one of those. Put that over right there. And let's get one of those, because we'll need one of those. And then we need one of these. Preferably one with a key in it. And let's get another L of some kind. Sure, we'll use this one. And then one more. We'll want one of these over here, just to get some extra treasure chests in this area. And probably one of these. Oh, can't see because my little deal is in the way here. Why is this room not happy? Oh, I see why. Let's switch out the winged chamber. Which one is this? Ball and chain knight. Should make that happy, and then we'll just where can we put this? I don't know. We'll just get rid of it. Alright, so we have 5 treasure chests, 2 locked doors, and 0 staircases. We have a boss room, it looks like, of Moldorm, so the nightmare key should be in here. Alright, let's give this a run through. How do I stop? Alright everybody, I had to switch up my arrangement a little bit because I put in an impassable object at this point because we just don't have the tools to beat the armored knight right now. But all good fun. This guy is easy enough to beat. Whack him a bunch of times. Get my first key from this area here. That ball and chain trooper was one of the temples, but he is, well, I guess he's not a temple. He is a tile from the, oh shoot, what's it called? The Canelet Castle. But he is a special tile, the first special tile. I only included 4 of the 5 special tiles in here because of reasons. The Armos Knight was too strong for me to beat. This is a second of the... This is a second room that was available. This leads back to the Armored Knight area, or not Armored Knight, the Ball and Chain Trooper. Here we have the third of our special tiles. She will heal our wounds. And we are back in the dungeon entrance, so hopefully I included a way to get another key somewhere in here. I actually think it won't let you build false dungeons. Alright, so evidently I do not need any more keys. I didn't pay attention to what kind of a dungeon I was making, so that's why I don't really know the best. Purple rupee? Yep. Evidently I don't need that key. It's kind of a cool feature to have this dungeon maker in here. I was like super excited for it. I was just really hoping that the Amiibos would have a bigger role in it, like putting extra enemies in or something like that. Oh yeah. I believe this is another one of our special tiles. Because this isn't from a dungeon, this is from the Moblin Cave. Oh crap, I want that. And our last treasure chest is in this room. We must defeat the shy guy. I'm just gonna throw a jar at him, how about that? No? And this last treasure chest should have our nightmare key in it to go and defeat Moldorm. No? Interesting. It says your last treasure chest will contain the nightmare key. I wonder if there's a room I forgot somewhere. Sure enough, there is. No. Oh yeah. Ha. That's dumb. There is a hidden treasure chest in here. Ta-da! Had I opened this one prior to the last one, this would have been the nightmare key. Or, sorry, if I would have opened this one before I opened my second to last one, the one in this room down over here would have had the nightmare key. The one that I thought should have had it. I don't know what I'm saying. I just want to know what happens when we complete our dungeon that we built. I suspect we get another challenge, but that will be to be determined. Stop it. Ouch. Ouch. He looks mad now. Alright, Dungeon Arranging 101 clear. What a show. There were times I'd swear that you had one foot in the grave. A thrill like that deserves something from my collection in exchange. Alright, we get another tile. You got a chamber. Slot it into the dungeon to see what's inside. Oh, nice. Extra rupees, like all the way. I'm gonna hit Amiibo just to make sure we don't have to unlock more Amiibos. Gonna get special chamber. Yep, still have every special chamber. Maybe I will save my dungeon. It's okay to remove the Amiibo now. Maybe it's because I just wrote it? Oh, please do not remove the Amiibo. Okay, Amiibo removed. Alright everybody, that has been messing around with the Dungeon Creator 101 lesson on Dampy Shack, as well as talking a little bit about the Amiibos and their functionalities throughout the dungeons and what they can do for you. I wanted to give a little disclaimer here. I am actually thoroughly impressed with our ability to create dungeons. Like, a lot of people are giving this a lot of smack on the internet and whatnot because it's not Super Mario Maker 2 or whatever. You don't have as much creative license with the dungeons as people feel like you should have. And I gotta say, these things are in place for a reason. To build a Zelda dungeon the way that Nintendo builds their dungeons, they've given us these tools as a playset, basically. Like, it's very easy to build a dungeon that you can't conquer. Just like I accidentally did. I could not beat the Armored Knight from the special Amiibo I got, and I had to completely redo my dungeon because I built a dungeon that was not passable at the time because I didn't have the correct item set to deal with the challenge. Whether it's not enough hearts and the boss is too challenging, or you don't have enough keys. Like, Nintendo's Dungeon Maker is made the way it is so that it is easier for us to create those dungeons and not have accidental mistakes where there are too many locked doors and not enough keys, or if you use the keys in the wrong order, you can't finish the dungeon because things. And I'm glad Nintendo put that failsafe in for us so that we don't get super frustrated with our dungeons, although it does cost a little bit of our own creativity to take a plunge, because some of us are able to do those dungeons effectively without the hand-holding that this system does. However, Nintendo's really not marketing towards hardcore Zelda fans with this remake. Like, they are doing their best to incorporate the people that grew up with the Link's Awakening game on the Game Boy Color, with the DX version, what have you, as well as incorporate a new generation. So they made it nostalgic enough for us older players who grew up and played the game when we were kids, yet inviting enough for kids of this generation to play. So I just wanted to clear it out there that I'm impressed with this. I'm not hating on the Dungeon Maker at all in this video. I am, however, disappointed with their Amiibo functionality and hope that in some future update that they do for this game, they will include a slate or tile or chamber for every Amiibo, because they totally have that ability, and it rewards the people who are invested in the Amiibos the entire time, as opposed to the ones who just have 5 or 1 Amiibo and they use that 1 Amiibo every day. Reward the people that are buying your merchandise, are buying all your Amiibos to use them in the games, just like Breath of the Wild did. I had so much fun with that game, using my Amiibos to collect all of the items, using all 22 of them at the time to get the individual Majora's Mask equipment, the Hero of Time upgrade equipment, the Twilight Princess armor, the Skyward Sword Link armor, all of that fun stuff I had a blast with doing the Amiibos, and I hope that Nintendo will eventually include a chamber for all of the Amiibos so we can get some use out of these things instead of just sticking them on a shelf to look cool. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been Brasscoin in the Dampe Shack, participating in the Dungeon Maker 101 portion of this Dungeon Maker functionality that Nintendo has made for Link's Awakening. I will see you all in another video.